Welcome everybody. So today's episode is Scandal, episode 14, The Fish Rots from the Head. So this was an interesting episode. It's moving things along, so I'll give it that. A few things happened in the episode that were interesting. It's kind of slow, but it has interesting parts to it. So it opens up with Melly and Olivia. They're talking about getting Fitz endorsement. Olivia's thinking the best thing to do is not to even try to get Fitz endorsement. It really matters because Fitz is really right now busy whoring around. Fitz is the hoe of DC. I mean, he is getting it on with every Becky, Tracy, Samantha, and Lori he can get with. Anyways. And Abby is doing her due diligence job and making sure he gets all the freakiness out that he can get, and she keeps it under wraps. I don't know, but you know what? Fitz's behavior is so common for anyone to think like, oh my God, Fitz is such a man whore, blah, blah. This is Fitz. Fitz been a man whore from the day the show started. I mean, that's just the way he is, and he's just that type of man. I mean, he's a man. I don't condone what he's doing. He should be running the White House, but hey, this is Fitz. He's a single man now. We have to forget he's divorced. He doesn't have Olivia anymore, so that's how he's going to get a little some, but it's kind of disgusting, but that's Fitz. So anyways, that's the situation going on there. So now let's go on to Abby. So Abby gets from one of the Secret Service guys, says, hey, there's an issue going on with the Secret Service and they need your help. She calls OPA immediately. So OPA goes to the hotel where the Secret Service are. Supposedly they had a big party and something went wrong. What went wrong is a lady is dead. So they had some hookers there. One of the hookers OD'd on some drugs, and now OPA is there to clean it up. Marcus is the new OPA. He's sitting there thinking, well, shoot, shouldn't y'all call the police? Shouldn't there be investigation? But they're like, no, we're trying to clean this up. These are our clients, and we want to clean this up. So that's what they do. They go and they try to clean up the mess that the Secret Service done, and all. And the one thing about this, I would say this. Olivia walks in with this really cute jacket. It's got yellow and black, I won't even say they're stripes, but they're patterns, like square patterns. It is so nice. Olivia's choice of clothing color this season has been spectacular. She's wearing more colors, and that is a sort of development, in my opinion, because if you remember the last several years, she's been in black and white. That is it. She's wearing the cutest black and white suits and pants. Now she's wearing dresses and skirts in yellow and orange. I mean, that means something. Either I think it is meaning she's starting to come off of being her own, person. I don't really know what it means, but I love the colors on them. I mean, she's always had great outfit, but the colors are great. So I had to talk about the jacket. So anyways, they come in and they clean the mess, and everything's done. Marcus is not happy about it, but as being part of OPA, that's what you do. So they do that. So we're going to the next scene. So you see Jake in a restaurant, and he's, kissing all over this really cute blonde girl. And Olivia is on the car. She's spying on Jake. Like, it's like, okay, Olivia, you completely lost it. Like, why are you spying on Jake? But she's spying on him. So Abby comes in the car, was like, what are you doing? And she's like, yeah, look at him with his new girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. So she thinks there's more to it. So for some reason, she can't just seem to think that Jake found somebody and is happy and is, just dating. She dumped him for a fit. So does she expect him to just sit around away from him? I don't know what that situation is. I don't know if it's a romanticness that she's kind of following Jake, or she's following Jake because she knows there's something else going on. There's some shadiness. So maybe it's a combination of the two that she's following Jake because she thinks there's some more crazy stuff to it. And then plus she has maybe a little bit of feelings there too. So who knows? So that was going to be really interesting to see what she finds out about him. Now, Liv spying on Jake has Quinn kind of worried. She's like thinking, there is something going on, Olivia. She is bored with her life. And it's weird to say that Olivia is bored with her life because this has been her life. OPA has been with her life. So I guess what Quinn is trying to say, now that Liv has had a taste of the White House and had a taste of being, like first lady. So I guess she's like, she's had a taste of being first lady. Going back to clean up mess with OPA is just not where she wants to be. But that's where she is. So now let's go back to scheming Cyrus. Cyrus is trying to groom this governor named Frank Vargas of Pennsylvania to be the next president, to run for president. So he's been doing a lot of sneaky stuff with Tom to get this guy to run. So the second thing is with Frank Vargas, like he wants Frank to run. Frank does not want to run, and Cyrus is like, I got to figure out why he doesn't want to run. Frank is putting out this education bill that he hopes will pass, and then Cyrus is trying to use that as a way to, I guess, put a torn in between Frank and the president, because the president has his own education policy going on. So, like Cyrus fashion, Tom finds out the reason why Frank does not want to run for president is because he has a sick daughter, a daughter that has cancer, and so he feels like he needs to be there for his daughter. So Cyrus meets with Frank and concocts this story about his little brother getting hit by a drunk driver and becoming paralyzed. Really ridiculous story, and it worked. Frank fell for it, and Frank is now going to run for president. I don't know how Cyrus does this stuff, but Cyrus is good. You know what I'm saying? He is good at manipulating people to do what he wants or to get what he wants. So Frank's running. Melly takes Teddy to go see his dad at the White House, and it's really cute. They're all being all nicey with each other until a girl comes out of Fitz's bathroom, and Melly gets upset. And of course, Fitz is holding baby Teddy, and Teddy's just looking like, what the heck's going on? And Melly gets mad, and she takes Teddy and she runs out, and she was like, you know what, you are not going to be showing your hose around my son, okay? I don't care what you do, but you're not going to do it around my kids. She takes Teddy and leaves, okay? And she went straight and tells Olivia, of course, he's sitting there sexing around, holding around with a different girl, and it makes me mad, and blah, blah, blah. And Olivia just sitting there listening. Olivia is trying to pretend that she don't care, but I think it's really eating her inside that Fitz is getting it on with all these other. I mean, it has to. She has to still care for him. I mean, she's loved this man forever. She just doesn't want to be first lady. Or does she still want to be first lady? Quinn thinks she does. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, that convinces her to go to Marcus and say, you know what? We are going to pursue this case, and we are going to find out more information about the murder of that young woman by the Secret Service. She goes to Fitz at the White House, and they meet face to face. I mean, it's the first time they've met this second part of the season. And she's like, listen, I've got this information about your Secret Service. What do you want to do about it? It's obviously they hurt this girl. They killed this girl, and stuff. And he's upset. He's like, why didn't Abby tell me? And she's like, listen, Abby's been too busy trying to protect you, and run your little whole game that you have going on. So you don't blame Abby. And he gets mad. He was like, you cannot tell me what to do. What I do in my personal business is my personal business. And she's like, I don't care. But I think she does care. She does care. But, he's like, leave me alone. You can't tell me what to do, because she wants him to do something about the Secret Service. And he's like, you can't tell me what to do. So finally, she reads him a new one and says to him, the fish rots from the head. You're the head. Your Secret Service is seeing you hoeing around with girl after girl, not really caring, disrespecting women. So they're just doing the same thing they see their leader doing. So she's like, you need to get it right. You're our president. Olivia has to read Fitz like 3 times every season about getting himself together and being the president that she needs him to be. I don't understand. Like, you would think by now that he would get it about being president. But she's always reading him. There's always to read, be the president I need you to be. Be the president I need you to be. Be the president I need you to be. Stop hoeing around. Stop thinking about girls. Stop thinking with your little head and think with your big head. And it happens all the time. So anyway, she reads him a new one. He gets it again and decides, you know what, I guess he's going to stop. I doubt he's going to stop the hoeing, but he might not be like 10 girls a week. He might be just down to 1 or 2 girls a week or something. So anyways, Fitz, she leaves. Fitz, he gets it, and he decides to meet with Susan Ross and says, hey, listen, Susan, I want you to be you when you run for president. I want to also endorse you. And she's like, I don't want you endorsing me. He gets it. He said, okay, fine, I won't endorse you, but I'm going to earn your endorsement, that one day you'll be happy that your president endorses. So Olivia got to him, and that's good. And he also goes and does a press conference and says that the Secret Service people behind the death of the young woman, they're going to be prosecuted and they're not part of his team anymore, which makes Olivia happy. And also that's a good story. Now let's go back to Olivia and Jake. Olivia spying on Jake. So there's a scene where Olivia's in bed and Jake, of course, pops up in the middle of the night and she's like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "I'm here to give you what you want. You've been spying on me, so obviously you want something from me." And she's like, "I just want to know what the heck is going on. What's the deal? Why are you being shady?" And he's like, "I'm not being shady. I'm here to give you what you want." So he starts, yeah, fingering her, doing some crazy stuff to her. Well, not crazy stuff, stuff that she's liking to her. And she's doing all these weird faces and weird noise, but it's working. And he's like, "You like this? Don't tell me to stop." And she doesn't tell him. Finally, she's like, "Wait a minute. I need to know what's going on with you and this girl. So stop." It pisses him off, and he leaves. So their relationship is so strange. It's just really odd. But anyways, at the very end of the episode, Olivia goes to her father's house, surprise, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" And she's like, "I'm just here to see you." She went there to go check on Jake. That's all that was, to see what they were doing. So when she gets there, Jake is there with his girlfriend and, of course, Papa Pope, and they're celebrating. She's like, "What are you celebrating?" And he's like, "Well, Jake and this girl are engaged." And the face on Olivia, ooh, she looked mad as anything. She is mad. So that ends another episode, another show. Why is Jake marrying this girl that supposedly he's only been dating for a month? Yeah, some shady ash is going on right there. And Papa Pope is sitting there all excited about it and thinking it's such a great thing. Yeah, Olivia has a lot to worry about because we all know that Papa Pope and Jake do not just do things to do things. They've got something going on. Not really doing stuff. I think what Quinn said about Olivia being bored at the crime scene, it is true. I'm thinking maybe she does miss the White House. Maybe she miss Fitz. Maybe she wants that life, that man and children and sitting at home and all. Maybe she still wants that. One thing I'm wondering is, will they ever address the abortion that she had? A few episodes ago. Like, are they just gonna just she had the abortion, that's it? I mean, for them to just put that in there and not come back to it, to me would be really stupid writing. So I hope they don't do that. I hope it actually comes up again later on for a certain reason, and so we'll see. So that was it, episode 14, the Fitz Ross from the Head, which was referring pretty much to Fitz, not being a leader and not being a man again. Every season he loses it. And so we'll just look forward to next week. It's surprising to me that we're heading off to the last season. I'm actually ready for Fitz to get the heck out of the White House. Let next season Fitz be out that White House and let him be the governor or the mayor of some town, so he and Olivia can finally get together. I'm starting to need Olivia and Fitz to get together. So we should see. All right, thanks for another good episode. I'll see you next week. Bye.